This podcast is also available via StageLink.com, the groundbreaking new platform for live performing arts. Please support the podcast by liking, subscribing, commenting, and tagging the podcast. It helps us to continue to bring the industry high-level content. I'm your host, Shanae Stiletto, and my guest on today's Circuspreneur Podcast, or guests, are founders of the Vegas Variety Circus Festival, Yulia Makarova and Maxim Popazov. Welcome to the podcast.
Hello. We're happy to be here. Thanks for having us here.
Yes.
I'm so excited to have you both here. It's such an honor. And I want to tell listeners a little bit about who you are and a little bit about the Vegas Variety Circus Festival. This is a highly anticipated return. On October 22nd through the 27th, the Vegas Variety Circus Festival is offering an extraordinary experience for audiences of all ages. Building on the success of last year's inaugural event, I went to that one, this edition promises to enhance the artistry and entertainment value even more. Attendees can look forward to a mesmerizing showcase of awe-inspiring performances, innovative acts, and stunning visuals. Beyond the performances, the festival is committed to creating lasting memories, igniting wonder, and promoting global cultural exchange. By bringing together performers and audiences from across the globe, the Vegas Variety Circus Festival enhances the city's vibrant cultural landscape and stimulates local economic growth through tourism, community engagement, and international collaborations. Fantastic. For every ticket sold to the Vegas Variety Circus Festival, a donation will be made to support their transformative efforts for foster children. Also amazing. And then a little bit about Maxim and Yulia. Maxim Popazov, almost no introduction needed, is the founder and entrepreneur behind the organization. He belongs to the seventh generation of the renowned Popazov-Koch Russian circus dynasty, which has a legacy spanning 150 years. Currently residing in Las Vegas, he performs in the show Absinthe at Caesar's Palace, where he has been one of the original performers since the show's inception in 2011. And to Yulia Makarova is the artistic director and co-founder of the Vegas Variety Circus Festival. She is a fourth-generation circus performer, and one of her notable performances led Simon Cowell to declare her the best aerialist he had ever seen after her appearance on Britain's Got Talent. Wow. Yulia is also a winner of numerous prestigious prizes at some of the world's most famous circus festivals. What guests I have today on the show. You're both just, again, like I always say, need
We're honored to be invited by you.
Well, I hope you love that introduction as much as I loved saying it all, because
One of the best introductions in my life, I tell you.
Yeah.
I'm up there. It's very glad to know. I'm gonna. But I'm so happy to have you both on the podcast today. I'm so thrilled and excited about the work that you're doing and that you're putting back into the circus community and also to the Las Vegas local circus community, which is like super important, in terms of bringing the festival world to America and to Las Vegas, because we don't have a ton of that in America in the way that we have in Europe, for example, or we have it in Asia. So if either one of you wants to start off by discussing why you wanted to develop the Variety Festival and what it means to create these international collaborations and bonds for the circus industry in Las Vegas.
Well, it's always been our dream, our dream to do the circus festival in Vegas. And when I start performing here since 2011, it's always come to my mind that this city really need a festival. Mm-hmm. And it's also about to give back to the community. It's not only about be successful, work, make money, which is great, but it's also about give back to the community and help young talents to find the best contracts in their life, and for the producers, circus producers, to find the new talents. For example, this year we have 17 judges from all over the world. Mm-hmm. And together with VIP international circus producers from all over the world, we have 45 people almost in total.
Wow.
So people who participate in our festival, they have a great opportunity to meet people, to networking, with almost all world. Europe, United States, South America. So we're really happy about that. In the end, we want to have good time. It's more
Always.
yeah, yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
and for everyone to have a good time also.
yeah.
Yeah. How will it be different, from last year? I loved going to the festival last year. You had it in the Performing Arts Center at UNLV, which was also, fantastic. But this year, you've changed it and now you're going to be in a tent. So, what are the dynamics that you wanted to bring to this year? You're also going to have, I think, like a little theme park, right? Like where it's like circus fun, which I also thought was really great, for the children, which we'll talk about later on in terms of the foster children that you are supporting with the festival,
Yeah.
and how also too that's so important in terms of like social circus. And I'd love to also understand maybe how you're going to expand your program eventually, which I'm sure you're probably looking into. But how important was it to spice things up and make things a little bit different this year? I think even more circusy than last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we have the circus roots. Therefore, it's always been our dream to do it not only in the theater as a red carpet event,
Mm-hmm.
but also to do it in the circus. Therefore, we're really thankful this year to Circus Vargas and to Marinelli because they are our partners, Circus Vargas, this year, and they give us great support to bring this beautiful tent, Marinelli tent, to Las Vegas, to Craig Regional Park. And there we also will have our inflatable amusement park for kids. So this year we kind of combine two things in one. And it's so beautiful and great being the circus tent. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love stage, but I love circus.
There's
It's
also more opportunities
it's
in
more
the
opportunities,
tents. Bigger
yes.
acts can be taken, aerial as well, as last year we had some problems with aerial and things. So this year we give more opportunities.
Yeah, like this year we have Marinelli Brothers. They do this an amazing Wheel of Death act.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
We also have a dog act this year.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a beautiful dog act. Yeah.
okay.
And
Will
we
of
have
Death.
aerial this year as well.
Oh, that's great. So I'm glad that you're able to adapt that and have like even bigger and death defying acts.
Yes.
Which
Uh-huh.
with Will of Death. I mean, listeners are going to love that. And can you describe and talk about, the importance, of festivals? Again, you discussed how, this provides work opportunities for local circus artists. They are able to get seen on the international stage. And this is how we make connections in the circus. People see you at a festival, they offer you a contract, you get a prize, you get to meet people that are in castings, they get to see you face to face, you get to interact with them, probably speak to them, which is not something that you ordinarily do just in the course of your job and sending a video or sending a link or sending your social media. They get to see really who you are as a person.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the whole thing about the festival. It's about meet new people, meet new opportunities, have new connections. I think that's very important,
Yeah.
especially to Las Vegas. And we're really thankful to all of our partners from all over the world. Basically, we're so happy because no one say no to us. Everyone accept all our invitation. Everyone give us full their support.
Yes.
For example, this year we've been in Mexico for a Latin Congress of Circus, and it was great, amazing as well. So many producers come there, not only from from the South America, but also from Europe.
Yeah, it was a big event.
It was a big event, and some of them will join us for our festival this year as well from Mexico and from the Latin community in general, from the Latin circus producers. So I think it's really important for circus world to stay traditional, but stay traditional today.
Yeah.
And that's what we try to do, Yeah, because the world changing very fast, and it's
Yeah.
so hard to convince kids this time with iPhone, with a smartphone in
Yeah.
their hand, come and see the show. And I think the most important also goal of our festival that it must touch people. If it's touched, then it will work. If
Yeah.
it doesn't touch, no matter which tricks you do, it's not
Yeah.
gonna work. Therefore, for example, this year we have this beautiful clown from Europe. His name is Tito Lester, and he have very sensitive and emotional acts, which we believe will touch each heart.
No. Touch them with even more circus.
We also have another clown, very good, more of a tradition, I say, from Circus Marinelli. He's amazing as well. So what I'm trying to say, we really try to combine the tradition, but it
And
must be the
variety,
tradition.
yeah.
Yeah, but it must be the tradition today. Sorry, Julia, what you wanted to say?
We're adding circus with variety. So like last year, as you maybe saw, we had singers as well. We had two singers last year. what we want to do in the future is bring not just circus acts, but also to have dance acts, singing acts, because it's a variety of acts, because the community as well, to bring them more into having the opportunity to perform. Like this year, we will have local dance schools and gymnastic schools performing in the opening to give them the chance to perform in front of an audience.
Oh, that's great. I love that. I mean, and it's all, we're all a part of the same family. So
Yeah.
it's so nice that you have a space where, because they're eventually going to be in the same show together. Circus is singing, circus is dancing, circus is so many different things, whether you're coming from sport and like that's your buy-in. We have so many different, I think, aspects that and art forms that come into circus now than ever before. I mean, I don't think it's ever been on this level, no matter how multifaceted circus has been, over these, hundreds and hundreds of years. But now it's more common for people to think, oh, okay, like I can come from this background and I can see myself in a circus show or in a circus festival.
Yeah. But nowadays, circus is a complete different thing. It's not like just a traditional thing where it's just an act, the next person. And now we have like, it's a storyline, the acts are storylines. You feel emotions, you feel happiness, sadness, watching the performance. So it's a different thing nowadays.
Yeah, exactly. And people really want to know, I think, the performers. And I think this is a great way, again, for the community to meet them. I hear that a lot, even, like locally in Las Vegas, where they're like, we see the performers, but, we don't feel as connected to them sometimes in like the really big shows. And sometimes, I tell them about the festivals, like you can get closer to the artists, you maybe even be able to speak to them after the festival. And they're like, wow. And some of the artists also too competing work in the big shows as well in Las Vegas, which I think is also great.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Therefore, for example, we also have this thing like performers after each show, they will be signing program books. We have these beautiful program books.
Mhm.
They designed by Igor Makarov from England, from Coventry. He did this beautiful piece of art with all this design and drawings, and also from Fabrini, from very famous painter from
Yes.
South America. Yeah,
Yes.
Fabrini.
From
You know,
Brazil. I love Fabrini.
yeah. And no, but Fabrini did one of the first paintings for dinner shows
Yeah.
for Palazzo.
God.
He did this beautiful artwork, and he doing it for us as well every year. It's a new poster. That was an idea to have like each year this piece of art, So
Yeah.
each year is different to another year.
Wow.
Anyways, what I wanted to say, the performers after each show, they will be signing those
Mhm.
program books, those booklets, and then the audience can buy those booklets and have an opportunity to talk to their favorite performer as well.
Oh, that's great. So this could be their opportunity to be inspired to, run away with the circus if they're not
Yeah,
already in it.
Run away with the
So for the
circus. Yes.
person to be like, actually, I want to
How
do
romantic
this.
that. Yeah.
Come on, mom. Come on, dad. It's time to
Uh-huh.
it's
Yeah.
time to
Let's
it's
run
time to
away.
sign me up. Which is
Well,
great. Yeah.
sport as well, like gymnastics, acrobatics, circus is also a sport. It's good for the health, moving around. Okay, sometimes it's a bit too much as well, but
I mean, we promote it for literally everyone. I think it's the best solution for every kid, whether it's gymnastics, going into circus. I think it's the best. And I love that you're giving back, that there's going to be donations made to foster children. And we were speaking about that before we got on to the podcast, that you really want to do this also too as like a social circus movement, as well as, the festival to continue to give back. Because sometimes we see, with circus in Vegas, that so many kids have never even seen a Cirque du Soleil show and they live right here, or they've never thought that they could be in. And so I love listening and hearing, the expansions of, making sure that the local children have access to the show. And you said there's going to be like one show where it's only going to be the foster children.
Correct. It either will be one show or maybe two or
split.
even three shows. Maybe it will be split. We're not sure yet. But it's do the logistics and all that to bring everyone together to one spot in one time. We also, besides the foster care kids, we give away 50 tickets per each week for local kids, for local families. Yeah.
Wow.
We have our campaign start very soon on the radio, on the local radio stations.
Mhm.
And they will be giving away 50 tickets
a
every
week.
week.
Yeah.
For families.
Wow, that's so
Anyone can
great.
make a phone call. So make a phone call for a fee. Yeah.
So you have to call in to be able to get the tickets, right?
Yeah. They will
Okay.
make an announcement. Hey, if you want a free ticket, call this number now.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. What
So
other?
it's a lottery, basically.
Oh, a lottery.
Yeah. Who
Oh,
got the call first is the one who gets the ticket.
Oh, okay. So everybody be in line, be ready. It's
Right? Yeah.
yeah, it's time to get our circus tickets. That's so great. So again, you're also too partnering with so many different spaces locally in Las Vegas. What do you think is so important about supporting local circus festival development? By the local officials and the local governments here. Do you feel like you've gotten enough support? In terms of grants and things of that nature to be able to support the festival and expand the festival?
To be honest with you, we have zero of support. We don't have any foundation whatsoever. We have no grants, nothing. It's all my money and the money of my company. And we're working really hard to bring more and more sponsors. This year we have Fanny Kirich, yeah, and Mark Doyle from American Circus Fest. They
Yeah.
are our sponsors.
Abracadabra as well.
Of course, Circus Vargas giving us a very big support this year as a sponsors.
Mhm.
Circus Abracadabra from South America, from
Brazil.
Frederico Corda, they giving very big support to us as well. But that's about it. We don't
Yeah,
have
we have
any
just a few
more.
sponsors.
Yeah, we don't have any more support than that regards the foundation. Yeah, we have, for example, local Circus Splash. They give us their beautiful lighting towers, which will be in the front of the circus because we're in Vegas and we want to have more
We
sparkle.
want to be beautiful.
Yeah, we want to have more
Too
lights.
much. That's why. Yeah, it can never be too much here.
Yeah, we need lights.
So they are great. They're helping us as well. But that's it. Government not helping us at all. The city north of Las Vegas, they very nice. They give us, I would have say, a special rate, a special treatment, and the Craig Regional Park.
Yeah.
They're amazing regards to that, but no official support for culture.
Yeah.
And I think United States is such a big country. It's a multi-confessional, multicultural country. And I think it's the most multi-confessional and the most multicultural. And I think it's so important in this country to develop art more and more, especially family art for families. So where kids can educate themselves and have hope as well. That, that it's always there is a hope, and you always, if you have a goal and if you have a dream, you can follow it, you can fight for it, and you can be successful. And I think that's most important message we want to give to the local community. Bring your family, bring your kids, wear live entertainment. And the whole thing about live entertainment, that in the movie industry, for example, yeah, you can record one more time and one more time and one more time
Yeah.
till it's perfect. The circus performers, they have only today, only now,
Yeah.
be perfect in the front of the audience, because the most important judges is the audience, is people who
Yeah.
come and judge us.
If they don't
Yeah.
accept it, then
Yeah, if they
that's-
don't like it, that's it. They don't like it.
So you need to do your best.
Yeah. So you need to be perfect
Every
now.
time.
It's very important for us to bring this message to the local community, that we want to support. We don't want to only take, and anyway, with 1 week of performances you cannot win a lot. It's more of for our heart, my heart and Julia's heart, to give back to the community and really help to young talents find jobs, to producers find talents, and for families and kids, the local kids here in Las Vegas get attracted by circus, get attracted by live entertainment, not only by the virtual world these
Yeah.
days.
Maybe
Yeah.
off of their phones, get them to do physical things.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yes. Any
Or
opportunity.
Come off of the streets as
Yeah.
well, doing other things.
because the circus is the only art which combine many aspects of life together.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's not only acrobatics or,
Yeah.
for example, aerial or juggling. It's also, if you want to be comedian, you can be great comedian.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to be magician, you can be magician. If you want to be animal trainer, and animal trainer in a sense of no, in a sense of good training, in the sense of communication with an animal, more of a presentation of an animal, yeah, to the audience in a good way. You
Mhm.
also can do that. So circus combine many things together. I think circus, it's like many points of life together in one. Yeah, because also clown wise, there is clowns which make you laugh, and there is white clowns, we say,
But
which are serious. Yeah, and sometimes they make you cry.
Sometimes scary.
I mean, we're in Halloween, why not?
Yeah, right? Tis the season.
yes.
There'll be none of that at the festival. We don't have scary clowns
We're not here, yeah.
at the festival. All the parents, please listen up. None of the kids are going to be scared.
We're not circus of horror.
No.
We're not Universal. That's
Right.
Area 15. That's different.
Yeah, we're not that for sure.
More laughter, less scare.
Yeah, for sure.
But it is during like the big holiday season too, that you're having, the festival, which I'm sure will be a great impact too, and probably help with, some of the advertising. Also too, there's like a lot of competition during this time too, but this is the season, I think it's great that you're having it during this time where people are wanting to go somewhere, people are wanting to do something. And
Yeah.
again, signaling to, the wider, entertainment and just environments in terms of tourism, that there is more happening here. And I think that's so important. We're trying to diversify this economy here so that
Yeah.
there are even more, industry events that will excite people. So it's kind of like something for everyone. I think traditionally in America, you think about festivals and you think about like the French festival concept, which
Uh-huh.
is a bit different than they do it in Europe. So I think bringing this traditional model with also to having it, modern, with those modern influences, is a way to bring all of those worlds together, like you're talking about, Maxime. It's great.
Yeah.
Especially
Thank
here
you.
in
Thank you. I agree
the
with you. Yeah.
US festival, when you say festival, they all think food fest.
Yeah,
Whereas
that too.
festival is like a show, like a circus festival is acts, performers. Here, when you say festival, they think food fest. So it's also to bring the culture of festival doesn't only mean this, it also means this. And especially in the US, there isn't actually very many circus festivals at all.
Mm-mm.
There's just like American Fest that I know, and then Renato's recently Las Vegas Fest.
Yeah, no,
But yeah.
and regards, go back to your question about the support grants and the government support and all that. I think in general for United States, for America, not only for us but for all other cultural projects, it's really important maybe to have a separate department. That would be
Yeah.
great. We can give a full support to people like that who want to do something new and support the community and support kids, because kids, it's our new generation. Yeah.
Mhm. Right. We need a minister of arts and culture, which I think is like fascinating.
It would be
Yeah.
great to have one. Yeah.
It would be great. Like we don't have one in America, and that like keeps us from so many things, and it makes our funding difficult. And like you're saying too, why isn't there a direct department that only handles arts and culture? We have the National Endowment for the Arts, but they are limited in their scope. They definitely don't do it in the way that they have that in other parts of the world, which again, you have to go to like 7 or 8 different agencies to get like
Yes.
one thing of support
Exactly.
when you're in the arts, instead of just having skilled workers, that are representatives, that can all just do this
Yeah.
one thing. And I think that makes it so challenging for us here in America, and something that we're working towards trying to change that through policy. But in the meantime, it's like, how do we continue to develop these amazing events that you guys are putting on, and get them the support that they need, so that also what we see too is that the events don't get the support they need, and then they die out really quickly. So you have 1, 2, maybe 3 years, and then no one's able to do it again. And it almost always comes back to either the regulations that don't work in our favor as circus, or the funding, because it takes a lot of money to
Yes.
put these
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
festivals on. Yeah. Do you want to speak to, also too, again, you talked about how this was self-funded, but the
Mm.
difference that it could make if you had adequate funding, to produce the festival.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's for sure. Well, I don't know what can we do, right? We only can hope, I guess.
Well, and the outreach.
and try to drag their attention, kind
Yeah.
of.
Yeah,
You know?
exactly.
So
Yeah,
something important.
No,
More
we
attention.
also been curious, even with Formula One and many good things which happening in
Yeah.
Las Vegas, it would be really great, if some of those money they make, if they can put it to support the community,
Yeah.
that would be
Mhm.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's a great idea. That right there, anybody listening out here, that's an awesome idea.
It's like, for example, this year in March, I went as a part of the jury to the circus festival in Bayeux in France and Normandy.
Mm-hmm.
And there, the city of the Bayeux, they give the full support to the circus festival of that city in France, Bayeux.
Mm-hmm.
And the mayor of the city had a reception for us as well.
Yeah.
He invited all of the judges and the organization committee of the festival to his mayor house, and he asked each of us which support we think he can give to the circus.
Yeah.
that would be great if ever government here
Yeah, like
can give the same attention, to the art,
What can we do for you? That, I mean, what a wild concept. I
right. Yeah,
but
that's
the
crazy.
thought
yeah,
of the city they
yeah,
have there.
Yeah, that and that to me, again, those are things and examples that we use, when we're speaking to local lawmakers here when they ask, how can we help? Because they do, and they say, what are the suggested,
yeah,
things that we do? And I think what's important, what we always try to tell everyone is that we know our system is different here in America. So we're not just necessarily talking about, the ways that the strategies that they have or the plans that they do in other parts of the world, because the system is different and we understand that. We are talking about what our system can support, but you can also create new things like you did with this festival. You can create things from kind of out of nowhere, and then you can establish those things. They can become the law. And I think it's important to have circus, perspectives like both of yours that are, involved in these conversations. I liked how you talked about partnerships, Maxime, and also Julia, in already other local events that are happening. If those events would open themselves up more to partnering with circus festivals and with other events that people want to do, that would be so great. So it's not just, just like a singular effort that you're making, but that those events that get a lot of media, they get a lot of press, they could easily, incorporate the circus festivals inside of, their huge media packages and huge media presences, not only just using their funding and the money that they make from that and allocate some of those resources to you guys, but also in engaging and having more of that like partnership and more crossover with events and things like that to promote the festival. I think that would be a genius idea.
Yeah, that would be fabulous.
thank you. We're gonna vote for you if you will run as a senator. Yeah.
One day, all of us, one day it's going to be a whole circus government, a real circus government, not the ones that they're always making fun of, but the real circus government that functions well.
Section with everything.
Yeah.
Because our industry functions so well, and your festival is a great example of that. Look at everything that you're doing on your own. Imagine if you had the support of the local government, of the local city.
Yeah, because sooner or later we want to grow. Now we want to admit we work a lot with the local performers, and
Mhm.
thanks to our partners, we have people who support us sending acts to us. They covering their transport travel expenses, so the acts can come to us. And also we bring for our own money people from Europe,
Yeah.
as well, and the judges and the jury as well. But in the end, in the future, we really want to grow. We want to have big troops, big acts from all over the world, from China, from Europe. Yeah. So in order to do that, or even big acts, maybe with animals also, who knows, in a good way. Yeah. In a good yeah. That would be really great. But for that, we will need fundings for sure.
Right.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so, we're coming down to the last couple of minutes, Julia and Maxime, and thank you so much for coming on to the podcast and discussing the beautiful and the amazing work that you're doing. Again, I love the outreach that you're doing and that aspect of how the Circus Festival can support the local community and support children. We all know that, children are struggling in so many ways nowadays, and we know that this can make a great educational impact on their mental health, on their physical health, things that we know they are having issues with, that parents are trying to figure out the solutions for them and where they can go for a supportive community that will lift them up not only as children, but also to within the rest of their lives so that they have something to look forward to in terms of a hobby and then also to as a career, because that is what made all of us who we are today. So in speaking to that and leaving us in the last couple of moments of the podcast, can, either both of you, Julia and Maxime, speak to the importance of giving children something as valuable as the circus in their lives?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I even cannot say better than you said. That's the most important goal. Yeah, we're achieving. Yeah,
So funny.
because we want to give back to the community. So yeah. That's for sure, and that's make us happy as well. Yeah. Because it's not all about money. It's about it's about good feeling inside you that you can give someone else to develop in the way they want in
It's
their
nice
life.
to
And
bring them a smile as
yeah,
well when you
yeah,
see their faces when they come, that they're so excited
yeah.
because they haven't had these opportunities sometimes even. So it's nice.
Well, that's wonderful and that's beautiful. And thank you both for the hard work that you're doing. I just want to let listeners know again, it is not easy to produce circus festivals of this nature, of this size and scope. And they have done it now 2 years in a row. Do not miss your opportunity to enjoy the festival, to support the festival. Again, everyone, spread the word on your social medias, use the connections that you have, invite people in the community that you think could benefit from the festival, and partner with Julia and with Maxim in any way, shape, or form that you think could be conducive to their efforts, because that's what we need to do as a local circus arts community, as an international circus arts community. Support each other, lift each other up, and not exhaust our resources just trying to do everything on our own and by ourselves. And we'll continue to appeal to the local governments and officials, and show them the beauty of the culture of circus arts, and that it extends into so much more just outside of the Las Vegas Strip, and how we have so much more to offer if only we had the proper funding. So thank you everyone for tuning in. The Circuspreneur Podcast is also available via stagelink.com, StageLync.com, the groundbreaking new platform for live performing arts that provides unmatched access and connection to this vibrant world of shows and entertainment. If you're a professional in the performing arts, visit stagelink.com/pro, StageLyncPro. StageLink Pro offers industry professionals higher visibility, networking opportunities, and tools to support and enhance their careers. Thank you so much to you both again.
Thank you.
Thank
You're
you.
amazing, and may all your days be circus
Circus
days.
days.
Thank you. Thank you.